A £5,000 pay rise. In Britain, from £99,000 to £104,000. Sounds great, right? It can cost you £27,000, not save you, cost you. £27,000 in benefits and trapped tax gone in a single pay slip. And it's all perfectly legal. It's called the 60% tax trap. 2.3 million Britons will fall into it by 2029. Most won't even know it exists until HMRC sends the bill. You think the top rate of UK tax is 45%. It isn't. There's a hidden band between £100,000 and £125,140, where the government quietly takes 60 pence out of every extra pound you earn. For parents of young children, that effective rate goes over 100%. Read that again, over 100%, meaning a pay rise leaves you poorer. HMRC's own data from November 2025. 1.95 million Britons caught last year. This tax year, 2.06 million. Climbing fast. Here's why. The £100,000 threshold was set in 2010, 16 years ago. The personal allowance has been frozen since 2021, and in the 2025 autumn budget, the Treasury extended that freeze all the way out to April 2031. So if you're earning £80,000 today, you're maybe 3 pay rises away from the cliff edge, and nobody warned you. Everything you're about to hear straight from HMRC's 2026 tax tables, the House of Commons Library, reporting from Rathbones, AJ Bell and JP Morgan. No spin, no theory. Just the maths your accountant hopes you'll never sit down and do yourself. Here's the trap in one sentence. Once you earn over £100,000, you start losing your tax-free personal allowance, and the government taxes the loss. Every UK earner gets a £12,570 personal allowance. The first £12,570 you make, tax-free, yours. But cross £100,000, for every £2 you earn above that, you lose £1 of allowance. Watch what that does. You earn £110,000. You're £10,000 over. So you lose £5,000 of allowance. That £5,000, which used to be tax-free, now gets taxed at 40%. That's £2,000 in extra tax just on the lost allowance, plus the extra £10,000 itself, taxed at 40%. Another £4,000, so you earned £10,000 more. You paid £6,000 in tax. That's 60%. Add 2% national insurance, 62%. The highest tax rate in the UK isn't 45%. It's right here, and almost nobody knows. Think 62% is bad. For parents, it gets so much worse, because £100,000 isn't just a tax threshold, it's a benefits cliff edge. The moment one parent's adjusted net income crosses £100,000, 3 benefits vanish. 1. Tax-free childcare, worth up to £2,000 per child per year. Gone. 2. The 30 hours of free government-funded childcare in England drops to 15. The lost half, worth up to £6,000 per child per year. 3. Child benefit was already tapering from £60,000, fully removed at £80,000 under the high income child benefit charge. Inner London, 2 preschool children. That family loses £23,300 a year just in free childcare hours, plus the tax-free top-up. Total, £27,300 lost in an instant. How much would that parent need to earn to recover the same disposable income? £156,279. So between £100,000 and £156,000, you are mathematically punished for every pound you earn. That's not a tax band. That's a 16-year-old policy quietly stalling middle-class careers across Britain. Ask yourself this: why hasn't the £100,000 figure moved? In 2010, £100,000 was a lot of money. Today, it's a senior manager salary in London, a GP partner, an experienced software engineer, a mid-tier solicitor. The threshold hasn't moved. The salaries did. This is called fiscal drag. Wages rise with inflation. Tax thresholds don't budge. So every year, more Britons get pulled into bands the Treasury never officially raised. The numbers: 2021 to 22. 1.22 million people caught. 2028 to 29 projection. 2.29 million. An 88% increase in 7 years. Doctors, NHS consultants, engineers, senior lawyers. Professions that were never near six figures are walking straight into the trap. Quick question: do you actually know your adjusted net income for this tax year? Not your gross. Adjusted net income, which includes bonuses, taxable benefits, savings interest above your allowance, dividend income, the lot. Most people don't. They look at gross. The 60% trap doesn't care about gross. One bonus you forgot about can drop you straight into the trap for an entire year. Here's the move. Completely legal. HMRC approved. The Treasury wrote it themselves. Salary sacrifice into your pension. When you put money into a pension, that contribution reduces your adjusted net income. The exact number HMRC uses to apply the taper. So if you earn £125,000 and sacrifice £25,000 into your pension, your adjusted net income falls to £100,000. Three things happen. Watch. 1. You escape the 60% band completely. The £25,000 that would have been taxed at 60% effectively cost you only £10,000 in real terms. You save £15,000 in tax. 2. Your personal allowance comes back in full. Another £5,000 of tax-free income restored. 3. If you've got young kids, your tax-free childcare comes back. Your 30 free hours come back. Another £10,000 to £27,000 reclaimed. You're putting £25,000 into your retirement. In the best case scenario, it costs you nothing, sometimes less than nothing. That's not a loophole. That's the system working exactly as designed. The Treasury built this escape route deliberately. They want you saving into a pension. If your employer doesn't offer salary sacrifice, a personal pension contribution does the same thing. You just claim the higher rate relief through self-assessment. 3 more tools. Gift aid. Any donation made under the gift aid scheme reduces your adjusted net income, pound for pound. Donate £5,000. Adjusted net income drops by £5,000. Bonus deferral. If your bonus is going to push you over, ask HR to defer it into the next tax year. Most companies will. You'd be amazed how few people ask. Other salary sacrifice schemes, electric vehicles, cycle to work, extra annual leave purchased through payroll, all reduce taxable income. Now, the warning. There's been Treasury speculation since the 2025 autumn budget about capping pension salary sacrifice at £2,000 a year, possibly from April 2029. If that comes in, this escape route narrows dramatically. If you're earning over £100,000 and not maximising your pension yet, the window might not stay open forever. And one more thing, for childcare, this is a true cliff edge, not a taper. £1 over £100,000 and the benefits vanish completely. So if you're sitting at £98,000 and a bonus is on the way, run the maths before it hits, not after. Back to where we started. That £5,000 pay rise from £99,000 to £104,000. Without planning, it cost you up to £27,000 in lost benefits and trapped tax. With planning, one phone call to your pension provider, it becomes the most powerful retirement boost you'll ever make. The trap exists because most people never check their adjusted net income until it's too late. The escape exists because the Treasury wrote it into law 20 years ago and never closed it. So tonight, open your latest payslip, work out your adjusted net income. If you're anywhere within £25,000 of the threshold, you need to plan now, not in March when the tax year is closing. If this saved you money, subscribe. That's how the algorithm learns to send it to other people who need it. Drop in the comments which trap caught you off guard. See you later. Cheers.